You're live. Well, where's the? Uh-oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. Oh shit! That's. Do. Yeah, why would anybody watch this? I wouldn't watch it if I were you. We're live streaming. Nobody's watching. Oh, somebody's watching. Guy cleaning records. That's DW. Who's DW? Do I know DW? Just a guy cleaning a bunch of crappy records. That's all we're doing here. Oh, this record's so thick it won't come out. Crazy. Okay. A little bit of a wipe. Put it on the drying rack. Drying rack's right there. Drying rack. And I got a bunch of crappy records to clean up, guys. A lot of fun. Lots of fun. What else is on here? It's the front. Oh, yeah, I know DW. Mr. Frusciante. Was it Flea's birthday yesterday or something? I saw somebody talking about Flea yesterday. I think it was Flea's birthday. Brand new footage of John and Flea jamming where? On your channel? I guess you have a channel. There will be no Flea or Frusciante records cleaned today, unfortunately. It is a cool video. Is it on your channel? Or is it just on their own channel? I don't know. This is the way we clean crappy thrift shop records. And the stream is open so people can come on and talk. That's a lot easier than me. So you have to get this close to read the freaking computer screen. He just linked it. Some guy in California. Where did they play? I wonder. DW. Super groovy. Give it a play. I bet it's groovier than this Marlene Dietrich record that I'm about to clean. These are a bunch of cheesy thrift shop records that I'm cleaning. And you guys get to watch because you must be bored. 6 eyes on the Columbia. Filthy, full of dust. Wipe off the dust. Shove it in the spin clean. These old records are thick. And you can hear them vibrating. Can you guys hear me? All right. We have one person watching. DW. Guy cleaning records. Could be fun. Might not be fun. Cleaning records. No music. Jesus, these records are tight. Let it drip. Super groovy. 0 people watching. That sounds about right. Is this good content? No. It is not good content. It is a guy spin cleaning his records. And This is the wash phase, and then I have to go back and do a rinse phase, which is a pain in the neck. Okay, here's actually a nice record I got. Mercury Living Presence. I don't think it's copyrighted, so you can play it. Well, does it say, what do you call that thing? You know, the copyright thing. What's it called? Open. What I'm talking about? Commons Creative. Does it say Commons Creative Shareable? It might not be in SoundScan. That doesn't mean it's shareable. No, I share stuff like that all the time because it's not on SoundScan. Everything is copyrighted unless you put it in Common Creatives or what do you call it? Yeah, I can't stop what I'm doing now because I'm way far from the computer. I'm not sitting down at the computer. I'm trying to clean these records before the water gets cool. I'm using hot water. That's the way to do it. Noisy. Sorry for the noise. It's making a lot of noise. Your whole life revolves around Frusciante, apparently. Are there other things going on in your life? Do you have records by other groups besides Frusciante? Because, it's a little cultish. Does he know you're his biggest fan? Because you could turn that fanship into some kind of something, Here's a crappy Beethoven. What is this? Beethoven record? I don't know. Cheesy old classical record. Oh, pool guy's here. Yeah, I have a pool guy. Pool guy's here. There he is. Yeah, I don't do my own pool. I'm way too busy cleaning records to clean a pool. Pool is dirty this week because of the wind we're having here in Southern California. It's supposed to go both ways. It's supposed to go 3 spins one direction and 3 spins in the other direction. I don't count that closely. This is soapy water. And then I'm going to do a rinse phase in clean water. Yeah. That's what we do. Soak up some of the water on the towel, not all of it. Okay. There's some terrible records here, by the way. Oh my goodness. Satie. Eric Satie. No one's watching now. Filthy record. Love the spin clean. Let's turn off this comment because people don't want to see that. They want to see me and my spin clean. Me and my spin clean. Spin clean. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other direction. Filthy record, absolutely filthy. Cat hair, garbage on it, dust. Get rid of the dust. Jesus, it's filthy. Give it a pre-wipe. Pre-wipe. Get the dust off. Give it a pre-wipe. Pre-wipe. If the record is really filthy, it might need a pre-wipe. Person was watching. Why would anybody watch this? Why would a guy watch a guy cleaning records? You guys can come on the stream here. The link is open. And then you guys could talk and I could just stand here and clean. Anybody? Do. Spin clean in action, people. Let it sit there, let the water run off for a few seconds. Shake off the drips, you know what I'm talking about. Press it into the clean towel. A little bit of a wipe, but really we're going to let it air dry. Okay, keep it going, keep it coming. Fare's Requiem. Ace of Diamonds. What the heck is that? No idea. Bunch of cheesy classical records. Oh, it's filthy. What's up, young man? You want to come in here? I'm going to end this stream. You want to be a part of it? This may be one of the least popular streams of all time, so there's very little chance that anyone will see you. But I should probably go talk to the pool guy. See this? Can you see me? Can you see me on the live YouTube?
I see you in person.
You turn on the YouTube channel, you can see me, and then you could make a ridiculous comment. No? Let the water wick down. Give it a shake, give it a shake. Shake, shake, shake. Push it into the towel. Flip it. A little bit of a wipe. A little bit of a wipe. We're going to fluff up the towel. Towels needs fluffing once in a while. Okay, we filled up the whole rack now. Now what do we do? I filled up the rack with 6, 7, 8 records. Still dusty. More terrible records. Chopin. Terrible records on terrible. Hey, Eric, I figured instead of watching these records by myself, I could turn on the stream and you guys could watch me wash records. But you guys can come on the stream and talk about whatever you want. A friend of mine unloaded a bunch of really crappy records he got from his uncle's garage. And did you see that link I tried to send you, Eric? Did you erase it because it was inappropriate? I apologize. Something about medical bills. I put that on your stream the other day. And if that's not appropriate, yada, yada. If you want to see it again, I can email it to you. Haven't cleaned records in a long time. Haven't been buying records because of the finances. Started a new job. Got to concentrate on that. So somebody gave me a bunch of records. And I went through them. And hey, who's watching? Oh, people are watching. Eric didn't see it. Okay, Eric, the website is called dollar4.org. DOLLARFOR.org. That's for you and you only. Did I watch this one already? So people are coming in and watching me clean records. What's the new job? I've been in the insurance business for 20 years. I went from a big giant corporation to a small company, but I do go into the office. I'm not at home all the time. It's a life insurance brokerage. Anybody need life insurance? So for the entire pandemic, I've been at home and not that productive. So it's actually good for me to get out of the office and be around people. So I am in a regular old office, but it's a cool company, young people, entrepreneurial, independently owned. I can't see. Is that a thumbs up emoji? So a friend of mine lives locally, went up to see his uncle, and I think he went up to Northern California so they could both go to the Stanford football game. And while he was there, he picked up 3 or 4 crates of old records. So this is a record collection of an elderly person. I made 2 or 3 videos about the collection itself. All this weird college stuff. These are terrible records, by the way. Best record here, the weirdest record here, is Russian. Her name is Alla Puglacheva, and it's very bizarre. She's mega famous. She's the Stevie Nicks of Russia. And it's got some sort of progressive, distorted guitar stuff on it. It's on Melodia. And why am I cleaning these? Because I'm not going to probably listen to most of them. I don't know. Seems like the right thing to do. I may be more likely to listen to them if they're clean. Because some of this stuff is so messed up. I don't even want it in my on my nice turntable. So hence the cleaning. Eric. $4.org. I think that's what it's called. I linked that on your video the other day. How did it get erased? Or did it go into spam? You're not supposed to talk about websites and people's comments. I'm going to double check that I got the right website there. $4.org. Could be life-changing, Eric. Let me know what you think of it. All free. .coms. Yeah, I didn't put .com. I put $4, parentheses, spelled out the word dot, parentheses, org. I purposely spelled it out without putting an actual link in it. But maybe YouTube is smarter than that. You guys can come on the stream and make this more interesting and talk to each other or me. But I filled up the whole cleaning drying rack now. So, know what I'm saying? Should be time to turn off the stream. How long has this world's most boring stream been going on? 20 minutes. Is this content likely to bring more viewers to my channel? Why would I think that? I don't know. I figure if I got to spend 20 minutes cleaning records, I might as well drag all you people into it. Terrible records. Oh, God, what else do we have here? I already have this one, Xavier Cugat, but this copy is probably better than mine. Oh, it's a mess. It's messy. It's original. You guys remember Xavier Cugat? Married to Charo many years ago. Band leader. This is maybe one of the better records in the bunch, which isn't saying much. There was one Doors record that the guy kept for himself, and a Paul McCartney record that he kept for himself. And the rest is thrift store type stuff. And I left 2/3 of it behind. So if you think this stuff is bad, you should have seen what was left behind. I like weird old records. Why not? How many LPs from... So he brought back 4 crates, and I took 2 large shopping bags, so I estimated to be about 30-ish records. There's some 78s. There's some pretty cool stuff on 78. I left 2/3 of it behind. My wife's gonna kill me when she sees that I brought home 30 crappy records. Yeah, Eric saw. Why? Why do I like crappy records? They're like timepieces. They're like ever find an old camera with film in it? It's somebody else's vacation, somebody who's long dead. It's the curiosity factor, you know? Yes, I can listen to whatever I want on Apple Music, but this is not stuff you'd go searching for. It's like you listen to it because you got the record, and then you get rid of it, or you give it away, or you do something weird with it. The drying rack is completely full. So the fact that I'm still cleaning records is a bad idea. Now I'm leaning them up against the thing. So I should let these air dry. Actually, I don't need to let these air dry because I want to clean out this water and redo it as a rinse cycle. That's how I'm doing spin clean lately. A wash cycle and a spin cycle. And I wish I had 2 spin cleans side by side so I could wash and rinse right away, but I don't. So Eric has watched my videos about, hey, Eric, take care. Take your nap. Take it easy. Relax. Noted in archive. So you're here in LA with the rest of us now? Did I hear that correctly? Because I'm way out in the suburbs, Woodland Hills, but are you in what do you call it? Silver Lake or something? We should be organizing a big LA, Southern California vinyl community get together. Because you got Michael Mueller, you got the Waxed, you got a punk rock guy, what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. Vinyl Richie. SoCal people. So we should all do that. Yeah, right here in my pool. We should do that someday. See if the wife goes for it. What's going on in LA, Mr. Noted in Archive? What are you doing in LA, if you care to say? Did you come to make it big in Hollywood, like the rest of us? Because LA, it's a tough town. Los Feliz, yeah, it's close to Silver Lake, right? Bakersfield, Los Feliz. So that's sort of near, is that near the Greek Theater and the Observatory and Griffith Park and all that stuff? Los Feliz, that's a cool area. Where I live is not a cool area. It's suburbs. Although there's a lot of entertainment people around, but more like behind the camera. Makeup artists and key grips and writers and stuff like that. So, bordering Silver Lake, a mile from the Greek. See, that's very cool. You could basically walk to the Greek. Getting up that hill in traffic, real pain. Have you been to the Greek? Have you seen the Greek? Or have you been up to the LA Observatory? All that cool stuff. That's a great part of LA. Maybe crowded, a lot of traffic, but that's a very hip part of LA. Okay, Deutsche Grammophon, Mendelssohn, at least that's kind of a reasonable record. Primus is playing. Well, I'm not sure I'd pay much to see Primus, but they're cool, you know. They bring on the funk and whatnot. Primus. Sean, are you there? My son knows more about Primus than I do. Not that we need to know anything about Primus. First concert I saw at the Greek was Jeff Beck. That would have been 1980. Probably 1980 or 81. One of the best shows I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of good shows at the Greek. Last show I saw at the Greek was probably Morrissey. Actually, or am I thinking Hollywood Bowl? I get those two mixed up. Yeah, you can hear it from your house, and there's people who live up in the hills that can see it from their house if you live up on the hill, or you can sneak down. Yeah, great hiking up there. Now that it's cooling off a little bit, it's been way too hot all summer, but it was 88 in the valley here yesterday, and it rained a couple days ago. I'm talking about the weather now. Isn't it great? No, it's not great. Let's see. You want to see me, or you want to see records spinning? You guys can come on the stream. I'm going to put the link in. Lincoln. Yeah, great hiking if you can get up to the sign, the Hollywood sign. Not easy to get to, I understand. The shake. You guys know about the shake, right? You guys use spinclean, or do you guys use some other cleaning method? Because old crusty records got to be cleaned because they're. You should see how filthy this water is. The water, you can't even see the bottom of the water. I should change it and move to a rinse cycle. Have you visited the new Amoeba? No, I have not. Some of our vinyl community people have. Rob from the Wax has been there. I think Michael Mueller has been there. Do you know Michael? Michael Mueller? Balmoria? Because he lives kind of over near you, and he just came to LA. He's been there, I think. Have you been there? I should ask. I've been to the old Amoeba, not the new Amoeba. These records are still getting dust on them. Wait. Okay, noted and archived. I'm sorry, Michael. I was thinking of dots and loops. The other day you were texting me, and I'm like, what is the name of his channel? I can't think of the name of his channel. Dots and Loops. Also moved to LA recently. God, am I an idiot? You're he, and I am you, and you're me, and we are all together. I'm sorry. I absolutely could not think of the name of your channel. It hasn't been popping up on my thing lately. Maybe I need to check the notifications. So since you're the classical expert, you are. A lot of the stuff is classical. Mendelssohn's Third. These are all freebies. I paid nothing for these. By Von Karajan. Who else do we have on? Who's that? Is that Rachel? No, Ridco. Going to the new Amoeba. Pops and clicks, dots and loops, cheap and cheerful. My brain's not that good. I'm on meds. Give me a break. So thank you. Noted and archive. Yeah, I know it's you, Michael. Good Lord. I'm still embarrassed. So thank you for. So that's cool. So you've done a Adidas spot. We watched some of those spots. Michael from Noted and Archive did. What was it called? Carrie Wood? Not Carrie Underwood. Carrie Wood, which I don't really understand that reference. Is that a word that they made up? Or is that a cultural thing that I should know what that means? But we watched some of those spots, and the fact that you're doing big name, big brand deals. That's very cool. That's the big bucks. If you're doing big brand deals, I guess it's the big bucks. I don't know. So are you hanging out in any studios down there? You recording in any studios? Doing more ads and film work? Yeah. Can be big money, I guess. But not everybody in that deal is making the big bucks. A lot of people want it on spec work, which pays nothing. But you're in the right place if you want to do. Title of the spot is an inside thing. I don't know what it means. No one told you. Carry wood. To me, it reminded me of carrying water. Like if you're carrying water for somebody, you're doing the hard work. But it's like the group in Colorado that runs together. Yeah, I watched a bunch of those spots, and I assume the music I heard was yours. What record is this? Haydn, Mass number 12, Harmonie Messe. Okay, who's ever heard of the lyric chord label? This is some very obscure, weird classical stuff. Here's the cover. Miscellaneous. I never heard of George Baratti. And I don't think I ever heard of lyric chord. So I like getting weird stuff like this, even though it may sound terrible. Old, cheap, okay, sorry. KEXP, that's very cool. KEXP I thought was up in Portland or something, but I guess you could record it anywhere. Sound City here in North Hollywood. North Hollywood, where I spent a lot of time. Okay, Van Nuys, same idea. It's on YouTube. Okay. Wait, I saw that, but I saw like you and 2 or 3 other musicians doing something on KEXP. Like you and a piano player and a cello player. Does that sound right? And Sound City of Dave Grohl fame. Yeah, so that's kind of my old neighborhood. I used to live and work in North Hollywood, record store in North Hollywood, which is very close to all that stuff. Studio City, North Hollywood, the whole LA studio scene used to be over there. Still is some of it, but yeah, I watched that. But I assumed that was an older recording, but I could be wrong. KEXP's in Seattle, but okay. But when was that recorded? It came up on YouTube the other day when I was watching your Adidas stuff. You guys want to talk to my chin? Because I got a bend down here. I should sit down. Okay, so it was kind of recent. April, yeah, this year. Yeah, Sound City. I'm sure you've seen the documentary about Sound City with Dave Grohl and Stevie Nicks, I guess. All those people and the Foo Fighters and the board. What's the board called? Neves? The big soundboard. Very cool story. So that's cool. Yeah, you were here in April. That's cool. Okay. I'm going to show you some of these. I'm not going to clean them just yet. Bach's Christmas Oratorio. Dietrich Fischer Dachau, however you pronounce that. Seraphim, which is Angel Records. I think that's 3 records. This is pretty weird. Leonard Bernstein, the Harvard Lectures, Charles Ives, and Ravel. Pretty cool, but it's all spoken word. 3 or 4 discs. These are box sets are hard to clean, you know. This actually could be really good. St. Matthew's Passion on Telefunken. So it's got the stickers, so that might be cool. Oh. another miscellaneous junk. This is going to take 3 or 4 cleaning sessions because this is less than a third of what I've got, and I've cleaned this many records so far. And then my plan was to rinse them now. The lobby of the studio has all the gold. Here, let's put that up. The lobby has all the gold and platinum records that they've done. Yes. Do I organize my records by genre? Yes. Those that have fit into let's show you the genres. Tour of the genres, guys. Down here, okay. 6 cubicles, starting with pop vocals, which is like Ella Fitzgerald and that sort of stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Billie Holiday, jazz and pop vocals, 2 cubes of that. Then my wife's stuff starts here, the A's, which is like 80s alternative rock. So she's got all this, the Clash and the Police and all those kind of groups. The Higsons, Chris Isaac, Guadalcanal Diary, The Jam, Bob Marley, Beck. She's very into Beck. Okay, she's also very into. There's no Wilco up here. She's very into Wilco, and so these cubes is her stuff. And then starting. Okay, here's the Wilco section. Wilco. And then it turns right into what we call classic rock, or what I call geezer rock, which is, classic rock. AC/DC, Aerosmith, Allman Brothers, Beatles, and like that, Clapton. Shit, where'd this Phil? I just knocked all the records over. And then the S's for me, Stones, Paul Simon, UFO, Steely Dan, and then jazz. Jazz starts up here. So this is the A's of jazz. You got Dave Brubeck and Art Blakey, and you can see the Coltrane Orange. Coltrane, Ornette Coleman, Miles Davis. Then there's a big mirror here. Jazz, my son's stuff. Queen, Devo, country, soundtracks. But there's another 600 or 700 records that don't fit back here. Yeah, the Christmas stuff is in the garage. We'll bring that in soon. Christmas is like 150 records. 78s are in the garage. There's 2 crates of good stuff. There's a whole other one of these 8 IKEA things in the back room, which I'm not going to show you right now. And that's all the Blue Note stuff I bought in the last year and a half, and some of the classical. And then there's 5 or 6 big crates in the garage. There's too much stuff. So what do I need all this stuff for when I don't have a place to put it? Because it's fun, I guess. Oh, Jesus. I moved the chair walking by and knocked all these off the chair. So that's nice. Yeah, so that's the ones that are organized by genre, but a lot of them are not organized at all. But as long as we're here. Korg synthesizer. One of my guitars. Or see, more random records that are just kind of, stuff. Where am I going to put this stuff? Halloween time. Time for that one. This is Spinal Tap. Here's a good one. Michael, you'll like this one. None Such. Steve Reich. And more Wilco. Cassettes. All these are cassettes. The Clash, Wilco, cassettes. Guitar amps. Basses, bass amps. Pianos, basses. See, we got too much stuff here. Is this good camera work? Not really. Okay, guys. Yeah, I figured you'd like that one. Steve Reich, or None Such, did 50% off a couple of years ago on everything. So I got that and a couple other things. But I got to go rinse these. So it means I have to go in the other room, dump out the spin clean, fill it up with clean water. If you're still here, okay, great. But I don't expect you to sit through this because now you're going to go into a few minutes of silence. I wish you could see how filthy this spin clean water is. Black. Yeah, it's like blackened after cleaning 12 records. It's completely filthy. I gotta go dump this outside. See you guys. Am I in your way, Sean? No. Oh, I spilled it on myself. Sean, do you need this room? Hey, there's Sean. Where's Sean? Anybody hang out? You people are still watching? Can't believe it. Rinse away. Yes, Dodgers, definitely. Okay. For the rinse, we do not add the brushes back in. We keep the brushes out. Tiny bit of alcohol to let it dry faster. Otherwise, should be very quick. A couple of spins. Yeah, it's beating pretty weird. I'm gonna give it a little wipe. I really shouldn't though. I'm still watching. People are still watching. I rinse records. Do I have to keep doing all the talking? Is this good content? It really isn't. These are crappy old records, so don't tell anybody I'm using tap water, okay? Because LA is the worst tap water in the universe. Super hard mineral content LA tap water. Okay. Yeah, this is going pretty quick because I'm letting them drip dry. Drip dry. Am I going to listen to these records? I don't know. I feel obligated to clean them as soon as I come in the house. Tchaikovsky, Piano Concerto, Sviatoslav Richter, Kirill Kondrashkin. Not bad. Although it's on some weird label. Okay, comments? Anybody commenting? All right, people, you're still watching a guy rinse records. I don't have to talk. I could stop talking. And you could just listen to the sound of the rinse. Every time I touch the towel, I get gook on it. The towels must be filthy, which is not a good sign. Actually, I should wipe these down because tap water leaves residue. So why didn't I think of that before? So I'm going to give him a little blotting on the table. Towel blot. Towel blot. What is that dirt? It's really annoying me. A little bit of a towel blotting and drying. Wow, that looks terrible. What's going on there? I'm still here. Do. Sati, an angel. The same piece of dirt keeps getting on it. How's that possible? The same exact piece of dirt. I recognize it. Bach. Concerto in D. CPE Bach, not the other one. Bach Jr. Four people are watching a guy rinse records. You know, there's no prize or payment for watching this. It's purely at your own risk. Maybe I'll play the guitar for you. I'm not very good. Drippy, drippy, drippy. 3 people watching now. I wonder who you are. Frusciante guy still on? DW? Oh, shit. I just did something there. God. Who's watching? Who's watching a guy rinse records? If you're just joining us, we've washed these records in the spin clean, and now we're running them through a second time in what I call the rinse cycle, which is no brushes. And that's the problem with the spin clean, is there's no rinse action unless you rinse them yourself. Did I do this one already? Mendelssohn? I don't know if I did or not. I didn't say I was good at this. Down to 2, 3 people. I'm surprised there's more than 1 people. Hello. This is less than. It's probably 25% of the records I have from this guy, which means this is a long, painful process to clean a bunch of records that are really almost worth nothing. And some of them are beat up, and I don't feel like devoting nice sleeves to records that are crappy and beat up. This is the Harp Lady. A lady playing the harp with some composer I never heard of and can't pronounce. So we have a greetings from all the way from Germany. Gunther. A lot of classical records here, a lot of Bach. Speaking of Germany, doesn't mean you like Bach just because you're German, but Americans sure don't know who the hell he is. This one is Xavier Cugat's favorite rumbas. We're on the rinse cycle. Quick rinse. No brushes. Give these a quick rinse. Because the wash cycle is basically putting records in filthy bathwater. That's how the spin clean works. So, Gunter, what else? What's new, Gunter? Do I know you? Do you have a channel? Do you collect vinyl? Do you do classical or jazz or rock or krautrock? German stereotypes. Krautrock, Scorpions, Kraftwerk, Oktoberfest, Wiener Schnitzel. Since it is October, I do want to go to the German restaurant down the street. German deli. Get some delicious salamis. Kind of stopped drinking beer, though, so what's the point of doing Oktoberfest without any beer? I don't know. Gunter. Do I know Gunter? What time is it in Germany? It must be like midnight or something. Okay. Chopin. Last record, Chopin. I got a bunch more records I didn't clean because I ran out of space in the drying rack. Budapest String Quartet, Beethoven, Quartet 7. Oh, there's more Beethoven. Okay, Stanford University Singers. That's certainly terrible, but hilarious. Piano Sonata with, I don't know that player. Classical music is like of no interest and consequence here on the YouTube vinyl community. So what can I tell you? Rolling Stones, jazz, and krautrock. Is that what you mean by Stones? Rolling Stones, who played in LA. Was it last night or the night before? I didn't go. I was watching the Dodgers on the television. Yeah, I'm a huge Stones fan. And early stuff. The Mick Taylor period. Love the Stones. I have a guitar dedicated to Keith Richard because it's tuned in the Keith Richard tuning. And most of my favorite tunes are Keith Richards tunes. Okay. The table is really wet here. My wife will not be happy. Poetry on Plastic. Yeah, I know. The oboe guy, right? Yeah, he's got a great channel. I've learned a lot from him. I want to get him on my channel sometime. I think you've been on his channel. Poetry and Plastic. Is his name Michael also? Yes, he is definitely the authority. And one of his long records on collecting classical music is The Definitive Statement. I don't know much. What I do know is classical is your best thrift shop value. The only good stuff at thrift shops half the time is classical. It's usually picked clean and nobody wants the Raycon. So there's lots of good classical. 80% of my classical is from thrift shops. Yeah. Is his name Michael? Poetry and Plastic and oboe. He's got some really nice stereo equipment too. I would like to do an interview or a collab with him someday. He doesn't really watch me, but you can introduce us, Michael. And if he ever comes to LA. Okay, guys, I have to clean all this up. I got to do something with these records, so I can't sit here chatting. So unless you guys have anything to add, Michael, Oboe, Phoenix. I thought he ended up in Austin, or maybe that was you that was in Austin. The Tucson Orchestra. Yeah, that's not an easy way to probably make a living these days with regional orchestras. I mean, unless you're doing studio work. You know what I'm saying? The economics of the whole thing. All right, guys, I'm going to have to sign off so I can clean up these records. I mean, like clean up the mess I've made, like, re-sleeve them, clean up this table. You're both from Austin. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got a memory for some of this stuff. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to sign off, and let's do it again sometime. Thanks for the fun. Have a great evening. Talk to you guys soon.